I was watching Corey Kenshin play Those Nights at Fredbear's. I remember seeing funny clips of the game, so Corey Kenshin plays it, I'm locked in. I liked what I saw, so I played it for myself. It was pretty engaging. When it comes to free roam FNAF, it's always in competition with Sit and Survive FNAF. A lot of free roam FNAF games just do one. Some try to do a balance of both, but they fail at balancing, so it just literally just becomes one. In this one, you check cameras, close doors. Simple. But you also have a different objective. Close the curtain of this out of order attraction. You find batteries for your flashlight because this is classic horror game logic. Flashlight's battery life match the attention span of an iPad kid, so you stock up on batteries, preferably at the beginning of the shift. Close the curtains. Dodge Spring Bonnie once the phone guy is no longer holding your hand. He's actually pretty easy to avoid. Close the curtains. Manage the power, though admittedly the office is just there for the fashion. The power can go out at any time. That's by design. You only get 2 chances to restart the breaker. That's the limit, and honestly, you don't need power. Until Spring Freddy gets involved.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Spring Bonnie's eyes glow in the dark. You can see and hear him coming from a mile away. Spring Bonnie can also hear you. Spring Freddy doesn't have eyes that glow in the dark, and he was faster. And he can also hear you. But don't worry, all you have to do is keep the power on and close the curtains. You'll be fine. The game is, like I said, engaging, but it gets easy, repetitive. You can kind of just camp in the party room, loop the animatronics. Wait a second. And the only thing that stops you from just hiding under a desk is the plush Bonnie. No way! He literally snitches on you for not just hiding too long, but specifically looping these sets of tables. Oh my goodness! So you have to move, but even then, it's still pretty easy. I breezed through the game because if you remember to close curtains, you're fine. You remember to close the curtains, right?
Just watch this left side. Hey, we could just keep one door closed. We'll be all right.
Is this Scott Cawthon's FNAF? Was Foxy really doing all this in FNAF 1? Fan games just don't care anymore, but that necessarily isn't a bad thing. But to get into that, let's look at the original FNAF series. FNAF was unique. It wasn't like the other horror games where you had freedom. Slenderman was like, collect my 8 pages, ninja, and Freddy was like, which roughly translates to, why are you here, and why are we here? Working minimum wage at a death trap, hunkered down in an office like we're glued to the seat. Any other game would have us walking around, using lockers to hide in, fixing generators. You know what, maybe this isn't too bad. Scott Cawthon isn't like the other game developers, whether that be because of lack of skill. I don't mean that Mr. Cawthon, but I'm just putting that on the table. I'd still like to be invited to the FNAF 3 movie premiere, or maybe intentional design. The former would mean he just did it because point and click was easier than coding SCP containment breach. But the latter means FNAF being Sit and Survive was intentional game design. And I'm gonna make a brave take here and say that if FNAF was some, I don't know, free roam Outlast style game, and instead of the animatronics being haunted relics from the past, they're futuristic talking personalities that leave no room to be remotely unnerving, it would be bad. Good thing that never happened. The original FNAF era's horror was special. It was based around atmosphere, dread, and lots of waiting. There was this video that I literally cannot find, which sucks because it was really well done, where someone explained FNAF's true horror to be time management. Traditional free roam horror consists of you making things happen. You follow the yellow paint or whatever, or just wander till you trigger an endgame event that tells the game to scare you. You can't make anything happen in FNAF. You're the effect, not the cause. The horror, the danger, isn't something you find, it comes to you. It's chess where you go second and the only play is countering. Bonnie is at the door, you close it. Bonnie is in front of you, you put the mask on. Bonnie is, well, he isn't in FNAF 3, but you get the point. And the point is, for most titles earlier in the series, Sit and Survive is essential to the game's horror. And that's a point a lot of FNAF fan games miss.
MKG Media.
10 minutes or less. I want to get 3 videos out this month. We got 1 out. It's going to be 10 minutes or less. FNAF in real time. Ooh, I'm talking about Brother again. Well, not exactly. Yes, Brother's a good example of missing the point in FNAF in real time. Because Taran wrote a character that already existed, then proceeded to replace said character and do the role of said character worse. It was an unneeded addition, which is a trend throughout FNAF in real time. Did FNAF 1 need Helicopter Chica, a Foxy boss fight, a world hub in between nights, and also cutscenes in between nights?
Holy fastballs!
This
No, FNAF 1 didn't need any of that stuff. And it may be my nostalgia or hindsight or a bit of both, but I'm willing to argue that if FNAF 1 had all of that, it wouldn't have been as successful as it is. Dog, this is just corny. But I can't hold FNAF in real time up to the standard because it literally couldn't just be FNAF 1 but with slightly better textures and different animations, legally. And from everything that was put in the game, it's clear that this wasn't a fan game that cared about FNAF 1. Just a stage for Terran to tell a story about his OCs. Unnecessary additions aren't always bad. They're bad when they're distractions. Gimmicks get in the way of you playing the actual game. Roblox hosts a variety of FNAF fan games and Predators, and the one me and my buddies wanted to play was Eternal Nights. But not only was it a struggle to log into my account, I had to make a new one. Just getting into the game in general was just a chore. We couldn't join each other's lobbies, and one of our friends being on console didn't help that. And by the time we got in, we were not presented with Five Nights at Freddy's, but a walking simulator. It gatekept the actual FNAF gameplay. We had to walk around looking for tools to repair a generator. No, not you. You need priors to break the log. You guys help me with the generator over here?
That's what the scheme was like already.
Saw some cheap jump scares.
What was that?
Then we finally got into the office, and we just decided,
I don't think this is the one we were playing, man. You guys don't do custom nights?
Yeah, sure.
but that never happened because once again, we couldn't get into the lobby.
Did we just bite the bullet and go already or what? Jesus.
We love you, cuz I do gotta go take a fat dump. I'm down with this shit for no reason.
I just ended up playing Still of Brain Rot. We weren't even playing the right FNAF Roblox game. The one we were actually thinking of was... Now let's talk about the absurdity in missing the point, the raw aggression. The FNAF animatronics want to kill you. That isn't some big secret or some big lore revelation. It's just you have bigger fish to fry than pondering your mortality on the game over screen. The fact game over means death can almost be dismissed in the original franchise. FNAF Doom? Nah, it's clear they want to kill you. You're throwing hands.
Get your ass back here, boy!
Damn. He really about to rock my shit.
FNAF Doom is one of those Roblox games that popped up on my timeline through funny clips. People just chilling then getting decked by Bonnie. No subtlety, no objectives, this game just doesn't care.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Nope. You're in a wide open room with a timer. This doesn't count down to 6 a.m. No, it's a tool to measure your personal best. How long you survived, because you will die.
We family, bro.
No, it's a Oh my god! There's no cameras, the office doesn't save you, it just delays the inevitable, and the only rest in between running from your life is a very short cooldown period where the animatronics shut down. But don't get caught slacking. It reminds me of OG Joy of Creation, where it was just you and Ignited Freddy in a room. Hey yo, this wasn't Scott Cawthon's FNAF. It was aggressive, it was brutal, and it did not care. I want to note this game isn't FNAF Doom, this is actually Foxy from FNAF Doom. No, the game is named that. Apparently it's a placeholder name, the actual FNAF Doom is a bit more complex. FNAF 1 through 4. It's the typical FNAF but in Roblox. But where this differs is there's no cameras. There isn't just a security room doors you can close, the doors are everywhere.
Connor, I just saw Alvin and the Chipmunks too.
This is a twisted game of hide and seek. In this one, you do have to survive till 6 a.m., but the animatronics are freaking insane.
I just saw Alvin.
It's still the same energy. Foxy from FNAF Doom is just a simplified version of FNAF Doom. For the people who have poor attention spans just want to farm clicks. The body's still Dexy though.
What's going on?
Oh fuck!
Oh shit.
There's no sit and survive here. It's run and survive, hide and survive. Instead of cameras, wait, there is cameras. Wait, you can just play FNAF 1. What's stopping you from just camping the office with both doors closed? Look at these dumbasses.
That don't work. There's no way out of this one. You're done.
Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, you could just play FNAF 1, but not only do the animatronics have the speed force.
I'll be cool if I expect
Why is he so fast? They're also smarted up to just go around. The other doors are there for a reason. You're encouraged to run, hide, loop the animatronics, and Wait a second. Where this idea is done the best is with arguably the weakest game in the original trilogy, FNAF 3. You know, just in case you're confused, because a lot of people would just say FNAF 2 nowadays. The switch up is crazy. There's only one animatronic. There's no doors, but there's plenty of problems. The map isn't necessarily smaller, but yet it feels more cramped. Winding twists and turns that don't ever feel like they're helping you with shaking off Springtrap. There's vents you can take as shortcuts, but this game hates you.
It's only 2:30, by the way.
If you're running away from Springtrap and want to vent because you're sus, I can't believe I wrote that, you have to stop sprinting, crouch, then get into the vents. Springtrap usually catches you at step 1. The Phantoms are here, which primarily exist to fuck with you, so nothing has changed there. And those pesky systems you have to take here in FNAF 3, yeah, they're here too. But instead of the convenience of your iPad, you have to walk across the map to reset ventilation. Audio lures can be reset in the office, but they have to be activated in the room you want them to play. Let me put that into perspective. You gotta go to the room to play the audio that lures the Dead by Daylight killer while still being in the room. You best not be there when he gets there, because if you are,
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
animatronics hunting the player down, dropping all the "we roam and invite" and saying,
I hate you, so let's die.
has gotten really popular recently. Hello Neighbor is not invited to the cookout. It has to have FNAF connected to it to be relevant. The FNAF mods are simple. You put a FNAF character in the game and it chases you across the map like a billion-dollar company when they see a graphics card to train their soulless AI on. It's Hello Neighbor, but it's made actually playable because it's unplayable. You lock eyes with Fredbear, you're done. There's no way out of this one. Am I playing it for the video? Well, would you look at the time? Thanks for coming out, everyone. You know, 10 minutes or less, I'm a little over, so I gotta go, unfortunately. But thanks for watching. Join the Discord. Please, that shit is already dead. You can get your art featured in videos by joining the Discord and just posting to the art channel. Like, look what we got here. Wow, everyone's so creative. We even specifically have a fan art channel where people have been drawing me. Wait, didn't you say you were black? Shh. The lion doesn't concern themselves with race when making fan art. Also, come through just to play some games. It's so tragic seeing the looking for group tab have people looking for a group and just no one says anything. If anything, join to play Overwatch. It'll keep Sin happy. Link in the description for the Discord. And you can also find other stuff to support the channel, like gamer subs, Patreon. That's it. 2026 is gonna be our year, right guys?